Good morning dear students, welcome to chemistry class. So in previous class we discussed about the electronic configuration and periodic table. Okay, so in that we discussed the electronic configuration in a period and also we discussed about the electronic configuration in a group. Okay, so today we will discuss about the classification of elements into S, P, D and F block elements. Okay, so when we consider the periodic table, so here periodic table. So this is the modern long form of a periodic table. So this periodic table also classified as a S block element, S block, P block, D block and F block. Okay, so this much is called as a S block, and this much is called as a P block, sorry, D block, and this is called as a P block, and the two series which were present at the bottom place of a periodic table, so these are called as a F inner transition series or a F block elements. Okay, so these are called F block . Okay, so this block is called F block. Okay, so here from 1 to second group, so these two groups are called S block elements and 3rd to 12th group elements. Okay, so 3rd to 12th group elements they are called as D block elements, and 13th to 18th group elements, so they are called as a P block element. Okay, so here there are two series of elements which were present at the bottom place of a periodic table. So in each series consists 14 elements. So here the first series called 4F block element, then this is called 5F block element. That means in first series, so here the valency electrons are going to fill in the 4F orbital, and in second series, so here the electrons are going to fill in the 5F orbital. So that's why this is called 4F inner transition series and this is called 5F inner transition series. Okay, so now we will discuss one by one. Okay, so first we will discuss about the S block element. Block elements. Okay, so when we consider the S block, so here it consists, the elements are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. So these are the first group elements. So second group elements are beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Okay, so these are the second group elements. So here when we consider this first group and second group, these are called as a S block elements. Okay, so here we already know that first group elements are called as alkali elements, second group elements are called as alkaline earth elements. Okay, so alkali metals, alkaline earth metals ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, because they are going to execute the metallic property, so that's why they are called as alkali metals and also alkaline earth metals. Okay, so here when we consider the S block elements, so here in case of first and second group, so here the valency electrons which were enters to S orbital, so that's why they are called as a S block elements. Okay, so S block elements ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ಇವಕ್ಕೇನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ? ಎಸ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಲಿಥಿಯಂನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್, ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಶೆಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಿದೆ? 2s1, ಸೋಡಿಯಂದು 3s1, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಮ್ದು 4s1, ರುಬಿಡಿಯಮ್ದು 5s1, ಸೀಸಿಯಮ್ದು 6s1, ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಯಮ್ 7s1. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ನಾವು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ದು ನೋಡಿದರೆ, ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ದು ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆರಿಲಿಯಮ್ದು ವೆಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೆಯತ್ತಿರೋದು ವೆಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನಷ್ಟೇ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ವೆಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2s2, ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 3s2, ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಶಿಯಂನಲ್ಲಿ 4s2, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಶಿಯಂನಲ್ಲಿ 5s2, ಬೇರಿಯಂನಲ್ಲಿ 6s2, ರೇಡಾನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ 7s2. Okay, so these are the valence shell electronic configuration of a second group elements. So when we consider the first group and second group valence shell electronic configuration, so here the valence electron the last most electron irtadalla, that is called valence electron. So atom nalli, so last shell nalli last electron enirtadalla, so that is called valence electron. So here the valence electron which were filled in the s orbital in a first and second group, so that's why they are called as a s orbitals. Okay, so s block elements. Okay, so here we have some exceptions. Okay, so exceptions ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೀಲಿಯಂ ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ is filled in 1s1 orbital. So when we consider helium, so here the atomic number of helium is 2, that means so here the electrons will filled in the 1s2 orbital. Okay, so even though they are the s block elements, but they are not placed in the s block. Okay, so why? So here the hydrogen, okay, hydrogen were placed at the top of the periodic table at a ಮಿಡಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಎದಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ದಿ ರಿಸೆಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ವಿತ್ ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದರೆ, ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರಿಸೆಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರಿಸೆಂಬಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ 17th group elements. Okay, so first group elements type, so when it reacts with the oxygen, sulfur and halogens, so it is going to form a resemble formulated compounds. Okay, so same way as like a 17th group element, so hydrogen also exists in the form of diatomic molecule. Okay, so same way, so when it gains one more electron, so it is going to behave like so it is going to carry the electronic configuration of helium, so that is belongs to noble gas. Okay, so that's why, so here the hydrogen which has the resemblance property with the so first group elements and also 17th group elements, and also when it gain one more electron, it is going to acquire the electronic configuration of a helium which belongs to the noble gas. So that's why it is placed at the top of the periodic table at a center point. Okay, so when we consider helium, so this is belongs to second group. Okay, so in s block it is belongs to second group because here 2s2. Okay, so same way here in case of helium the electronic configuration is 1s2, but here the shell is completely filled. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ 1s2 ಗೆ K shell completely filled ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so here this is going to execute the more the characters of noble gases than the second group elements, so that's why it is placed at the noble gases. Okay, so ಇವೆರಡು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗಿದೆ K shell ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so it is going to execute the more properties of noble gas rather than second group elements. That's why it is placed in the noble gas. Okay, so here when we consider the property, first when we consider the electronic configuration of second group element, so here when we consider the electronic configuration of S block element, so here the first group element general electronic here the general electronic configuration of S block element is 1 S 1 minus 2. This is the general electronic configuration of S block elements. Okay, so when we consider particularly the first group element, so general electronic configuration of first group element is NS1. Okay, so same way the general electronic configuration of second group elements is NS2. So these are the general electronic configuration. So idu ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊರಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ write the general electronic configuration of S block element, write the general electronic configuration of P block element, write the general electronic configuration of D block element. ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ the general electronic configuration of S block element is NS 1 minus 2. Okay, so 1 to 2. This is the general electronic configuration of a S block elements. Okay, so here when we consider the characteristic features of a S block elements, so here they all are metallic in nature and they are more reactive in nature. Okay, so even though highly reactive elements ಇದಾವೆ, highly reactive ಯಾಕೆ ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟರ್ ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಶೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಿರೋ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದಾವು, ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಸಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಸಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಯುಪೈಡ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂನ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೋಡಿಯಮ್ದು ಸೊ 11 ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಶೆಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಯಾನ್ 3s1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಶೆಲ್ನಲ್ಲೇನೋ 1 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನು ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ ಲೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ this sodium ion is more reactive, that's why it is going to participate in the chemical reaction. So due to the valence shell electronic configuration, so here the first group and second group elements are more reactive in nature and also they have the less ionization enthalpy. Okay, so ionization enthalpy ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಫುಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ and they have less ionization enthalpy. Okay, so ionization enthalpy andre so that is the energy which were required to remove the outermost valency electron. Okay, so ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅದರದ್ದು ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so here the first group and second group elements are more reactive and they have the less ionization enthalpy. Okay, so here due to the more reactivity, so here when we consider the ionic forms, so they all are exist in the form of ionic. Okay, so they have the ionic nature except lithium and beryllium. Okay, so lithium and beryllium they are covalent in nature, so except lithium and beryllium all are ionic in nature. Okay, so here the elements except lithium and beryllium they are going to form a ionic bonds when they react with the other elements in a periodic table, but here the lithium and beryllium they are going to form a covalent bond when they react with the other elements. Okay, so the reason is, so here the lithium and beryllium are the small elements. Okay, so the atomic size is small in case of lithium and beryllium, so that's why the electrons are completely held by a nucleus. Okay, so that's why they are going to form only covalent bond. So here the other elements except lithium and beryllium they are going to form a ionic bond when they react with the other elements. Okay, so they are ionic in nature. So these two are covalent in nature. So neat barkore idana two are covalent in nature. Okay, so when they form a ions, okay, so here the first group elements, alkali metals, they are going to form a monovalent species. Okay, so monovalent andra they are going to lose one electron to form a, so for example sodium, when we consider the sodium, so when it lose one electron it is going to form a Na plus, this is the cation. Okay, so Na plus ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ plus charge ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತದೆ electron loss ಆದಾಗ, so here after losing one electron it is going to form a, so monovalent ions. So when we consider the second group elements, so here by losing electron, so they are going to form a divalent species. Okay, so magnesium plus 2. Okay, so these are the charges of a groups. Okay, always the first group elements they are going to lose one electron to form a monovalent species. So second group they are going to form a divalent species by losing 2 electrons. Okay, so here when we consider the metallic property and the reactivity of a species, so this will increases as we move down the group. Okay, so that means, so here when we consider the lithium, this is less reactive than that of sodium. So when we consider the sodium, so this is less reactive than that of the potassium. So here the reactivity increases down the group. That means the elements which were present at the bottom of the group, so they are more reactive than that of the elements which were present at the top of the group. Okay, so same way the metallic property also increases down the group. Okay, so here the lithium has less metallic property than that of sodium, sodium has less metallic property than that of the potassium. Okay, so here the metallic property also increases down the group. Okay, so here this is about the S block elements. So due to high reactivity, so they are not exist in a pure form. Okay, so pure form ಒಳಗೇನು exist ಇಲ್ಲ earth crust ನಲ್ಲಿ, so they may be appear in a form of oxides or a hydroxides. Okay, so that's why they are called as alkali metals and alkaline earth metals. So earth crust ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಏನು ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೇನು S block elements exist ಇಲ್ಲ because of their reactivity. So they have the high reactivity property, that's why they are not exist in the pure form. Okay, so this is about the S block elements. So next we will discuss about P block elements. So here when you consider the P block elements, the elements where starts from 13th group. Okay, so here the 13th group consists boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium and nihonium. Okay, so same way 14th group consists carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead and flerovium. Okay, so next 15th group elements. So here nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth and moscovium. So when you consider 16th group elements, so here oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium and livermorvium. Okay, so when you consider 17th group elements, so here 17th group elements starts from fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine and tennessine. So next 18th group elements, so first one is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon and organson. Okay, so these are the P block elements. Okay, so when we consider the P block elements, so here boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium and polonium. So here they are going to execute the metalloid properties. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ so boron ನಾ ಏನು ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಚಾಕಿಂದ ಏನು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದೇನಲ್ಲ, so they are going to execute the metalloid properties and the elements which were present before the boxed element, so they are going to execute the metallic property. So the elements which were present after the metalloids, they are execute the non-metallic property. Okay, so ನಿಮ್ದು CET ಮತ್ತೆ NEET ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ CET ದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಹೇಗಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so which block element have the metal, non-metal and metalloid property. So the answer is the P block element. It consists metals, metalloids and non-metals. That's why this the only one block elements where we are going to get the metals, metalloids and non-metals. So that block is P block. Okay, so here when we consider the P block elements, so here the 13th group to 18th group elements, so they are called as a P block elements. Okay, so here when we consider the general electronic configuration of a P block element, so here the general electronic configuration of P block element is NS2 NP126. So this is the general electronic configuration of a P block element. So here when we consider the general electronic configuration of the individual groups. Okay, so for a 13th group, the general electronic configuration is NS2 NP1. Okay, so for 14th group, general electronic configuration is NS2 NP2. So for 15th group element, general electronic configuration is NS2 NP3. So 16th group element, general electronic configuration is NS2 NP4. So next 17th group, NS2 NP5. NS2 NP6. Okay, so here we already know that 13th group elements are called boron family, 14th group elements are called carbon family, 15th group elements are called nitrogen family, 16th group elements are called oxygen family, and they are also called as a chalcogens. So 17th group elements are called halogens and 18th group elements are called noble gases. Okay, so here when we consider P block element, so here the valency electrons which are going to fill in the P orbital. Okay, so that's why they are called as a P block elements. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ so valency electrons ಎದರಲ್ಲಿ fill ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾವೆ, so P block ನಲ್ಲಿ fill ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾವೆ, so that's why they are called as a P block elements. Okay, so here when we consider the P block elements, so here the P block elements ends with a noble gas. Okay, so here when we consider the electronic configuration of a noble gas, that is NS2 and NP6, the valency shell that is completely filled in case of the noble gases. Okay, so noble gases ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದಾವೆ, so valency shell ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ NS2 NP6 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಸೊ ಏನೋ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಮೋರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿ ಲೆಸ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿರೋ 118 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ they are going to execute the less chemical reactivity. So ಇವು chemical reactivity ಒಳಗೆ participate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we have to give or we have to supply lot of energy to a noble gases. Okay? So so they are stable in nature, that's why they are called as a noble gases. So when we consider 16th and 17th group, so they are highly electronegative in nature. Okay, highly electronegative in nature means, so here they are going to gain extra electron easily. Okay, so fluorine, so that has the capacity to gain one more electron. Okay, so chlorine, that has the capacity to gain one more electron. Okay, so that's why they are called as a more electronegative in nature. So first group and second group elements, they are more electropositive in nature, that means they have the tendency to lose electron easily, but these have the tendency to gain electron easily, so that's why they are called as the high electronegative elements. Okay, so when we consider oxygen, so it has the capacity to gain 2 extra electron to attain a stable electronic configuration, so that's why it is called as a highly electronegative elements. Okay, so when the fluorine get filled with the extra 1 electron, it is going to attain the electronic configuration of a neon. Okay, so here this is the most stable elements. Okay, so that's why they have the high electronegative properties. So here when we consider the metalloids, okay, so here the boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, next antimony, tellurium and polonium, they are going to execute the metalloid property. What do you mean by metalloids? So here the metalloids are nothing but the elements which are going to execute both metallic and non-metallic property, so they are called as a metalloids. Okay, so here we have metalloids in a p block elements. Okay, so when we consider s block and p block elements, so they are completely called as a main group elements or a representative group elements. Okay, so now in s block ಒಳಗಿರೋ 2 groups ಮತ್ತು ಇದೇನು 1 2 3 4 5 6, so ಇವು 13 to 18th ಏನು 6th group 6 group elements ಇದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಾನು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ, ಮೇನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ. ಸೊ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಟಿವ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಕರೀತಾರ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so here they have the capacity to gain or lose or share the electron to attain the noble gas configuration. Okay, so when we consider the first group element, okay, for example sodium, okay, by losing 1 electron, okay, sodium electronic configuration is neon 3s1. okay, so here by losing 1 electron, it is going to attain the electronic configuration of a neon. Okay, so that is the stable electronic configuration. So when we consider fluorine, okay, so fluorine electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p5. okay, so by gaining 1 electron, it is going to attain the nearest noble gas configuration, that is neon. Okay, so same way when we consider the oxygen, so here also the electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p4. okay, so by gaining 2 electron, it is going to attain the nearest noble gas configuration. okay, so you know, by gaining electron or by losing electron or sharing electron, when we consider the 14th group elements, so here they do not undergo the loss of electron or gaining electron, so they are going to mutually share the electrons with the other elements. okay, so here by gaining or losing electron, so they are going to attain the nearest noble gas configuration. okay, so they are going to represent the noble gas electronic configuration by losing or gaining electron or sharing electrons, so that's why they are called as a representative elements or a main group elements. Why? So here the representative elements which are going to lose electron or gain electron, or they are going to mutually share the electron to attain the nearest noble gas configuration. So here they are going to represent the noble gas configuration by gaining, losing or mutually sharing the electrons, so that's why they are called as a representative elements. okay, so adana note nalli bardittukoli. So now we will discuss about the D block elements. So before going to D block elements, so now we will discuss about some extra knowledge. Okay, so here just imagine this is the nucleus and this is the first shell, this is second shell and this is third shell. Okay, so here the outermost shell, that is called as a ultimate shell. Next, last but one, that shell is called as a penultimate shell, and the third shell from the outermost shell, so that is called antepenultimate shell. Okay, so iದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So last shell is called ultimate shell, so last but one is called penultimate shell, and the third shell from a last shell, that is called as a antepenultimate shell. Okay, so now we will discuss about D block elements. The third block in a periodic table, that is D block. The elements which were present in the D block, that is called as a D block elements. Okay, so D block which lies between S block and P block. Okay, so here the D block elements, so they are also called as a transition elements. Transition elements. So here why they are called transition elements? Here we are going to observe the transition from highly electropositive elements to highly electronegative elements in this block. So that's why they are called as a transition elements. And also when we consider the metallic property to non-metallic property, so here there is a transition from metallic property to non-metallic property. So that transition will take place in between in a D block element. So that's why they are called as a transition elements. Okay, so when we consider the D block element, it consists 4 series of elements. Okay, so 4 series, so each series consists 10 elements in series. Okay, so here when we consider D block element, it consists 4 series of elements. So here the first series is called 3D series, 3D transition series. Second series is called 4D transition series. Third series is called 5D transition series, and fourth series is called 6D transition series. Okay, so here when we consider the general electronic configuration of a D block elements. Okay, so here general electronic configuration of D block elements, that is n-1 D 1 to 10 ns 1 to 2 1 to 2. Okay, so this is the general electronic configuration of a D block elements. So nanige already first starting helidnalla ultimate shell, penultimate shell, antepenultimate shell anta heli. So here in D block elements, the valency electron or a last electron which are going to fill in the penultimate shell, that means the shell which is last but one to a valency shell antandre. So idu nucleus antandre, ಇದು ವೇಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಶೆಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಪೆನಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಶೆಲ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಯಮ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಯಮ್ನ ಅಟೋಮಿಕ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 21 ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ 21ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬರಿತಾ ಹೋದರೆ, ಸೊ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಯಮ್ದು ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 3d1 4s2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ವೆಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? 3D ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ penultimate shell. So here the general electronic configuration is n minus 1 d 1 to 10. n minus 1 d antandre if the n is 4, then the n minus 1 is 3. That means if the valency shell is 4s, then the penultimate shell is 3d. Okay, so if the valency shell is 5, then the penultimate shell is 4. Okay, so here this is the general electronic configuration. So idana neat ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊರಿ. So exam ನಲ್ಲಿ 1 marks ಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Okay, so next when we consider the series of elements which were present in a D block elements. So here so it consists 4 series of elements. Okay, so here in that first series is first series is 3D transition, series. So here the 3D transition series starts from scandium with atomic number 21 and it is ends with a zinc with atomic number 30. Okay, so here these elements which were present in a 4th period. Okay, so here the 3D orbital is gradually filled. Okay, in case of first transition series, that is 3D transition series. In case of 3D transition series, so 3D orbital that is going to fill. Okay, gradually it is going to fill from scandium to zinc. Okay, scandium nalli 3D1, next scandium aginda titanium nalli 3D2. so ee type enagutte, so electrons d orbitals 3D orbitals olaga fill agtav. So that is nothing but the penultimate, so they are going to fill in the penultimate shell. Okay, so when we consider second transition series, so here the second transition series also called 4D transition series. So this 4D transition series that is starts from yttrium with atomic number 39 to yttrium to cadmium with atomic number 48. So this series lies in 5th period. So here 4D orbitals gradually filled. Okay, so in case of second transition series, 4D orbitals will filled. Okay, so here when we consider third series, so here the third series is called 5D transition series. 5D transition series means, so here the valency electrons are going to fill in the 5D orbital. Okay, so here this consists lanthanum with atomic number 57 and hafnium with the atomic number 72, next 72 to mercury with the atomic number 80. So these are the elements lanthanum, hafnium to mercury. So here the lanthanum which belongs to the D block element. Okay, confusion agಬೇಡ್ರಿ. lanthanoids ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so lanthanum ಏನು F block elements ನಲ್ಲಿ present ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ confusion ಆಗಬೇಡ್ರಿ. lanthanum is belongs to D block element. So here the third series, that is 5D transition series, so that consists lanthanum and also hafnium to mercury. So these 10 elements are lie in the 6th period. Okay, so here 5d orbitals are gradually filled. Okay, so next one, when we consider the last one, that is 4th series. So this is also called as a 6d transition series. So here when we consider the elements which were present in the 4th series, they are actinum with the atomic number 89. So actinum is not present in a F block. Okay, actinoids ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ actinum ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. So next F block elements ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so here the 4th series, that is the 6d transition series, it consists actinum and rutherfordium with atomic number 104, copernicium with atomic number 130. Okay, so these 10 elements which were present in the 4th series of a d block, so that series is called as a 6d transition series. So here they are present in a 7th period. Okay, so next when we consider the 3d transition series, so here 6d orbitals are gradually filled. So these are the total 4th series of D block. Okay, so it consists 4 series, so each series carries 10 elements. Okay, so first series starts from scandium and ends with the zinc. So second series starts from yttrium and ends with the cadmium. So third series consists lanthanum and hafniums to mercury. So here the 4th series consists actinum, rutherfordium to copernicium. So these are the 4th series which were present in a D block. So when we consider the properties of D block elements, so here they all are metallic in nature. They are metals and they are going to form a colored ions. Okay, so they are going to form a colored ions. Idu nanige explain ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ next. So same way, so they are going to exhibit variable valency, that means oxidation state. Variable valency, oxidation state. And when we consider the magnetism, they are going to execute the paramagnetism property. Okay, so here when we consider the metallic nature of a D block elements, so here all D block elements, they are metallic in nature. So next they are going to form a colored ion. Okay, so here they have the variable valencies, that means oxidation state. For example, when we consider the iron, okay, so it consists two variable valencies. First one is Fe plus 2 and second one is Fe plus 3. Okay, so it is going to vary from Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3. So these two are the variable valencies of a iron. So same way when we consider the copper, so here that consists Cu plus and Cu plus 2. Okay, so vanadium variation elli mata agtadi +5 mata ಏನು ಆಗ್ತತಿ oxidation state to vary ಆಗ್ತತಿ. Oxidation state ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that is going to indicate the losing or gaining of electron. Okay, so ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು redox reaction ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ದ gaining or losing property of a ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಲೂಸ್ ಆಗಿದಾವು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಗೇನ್ ಆಗಿದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ D block elements, so here they are going to execute the variable valencies. Okay, so here the colored ion, so they are going to form a colored ion and also they are going to form a colored compound. So the reason is, so here when we consider the D block elements, the when you consider the electronic configuration, so here the shell, the penultimate shell is partially filled. Okay, so partially filled irodrinda, so ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಏನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, so here they are going to when ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, when the electron is going to excite from one energy level to higher energy level or higher energy to lower energy level, so it is going to emit some radiation. Okay, some color of radiation. So that's why, so when they excite from one energy level to higher energy level, so here they are going to they are going to emit the certain color radiation. So that's why, so they are going to form a colored ions or a colored compounds. Okay, so when we consider the paramagnetism, so this is the one kind of nature. So paramagnetism, diamagnetism, ferromagnetism, ferrimagnetism ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಸಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು partial filling of orbitals. ಸೊ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎದ್ರ ಒಳಗೆ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಡಯಾಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಏನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಔಟರ್ ವೇಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಶೆಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅಂಥವಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರ, ಡಯಾಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ orbitals. So in case of D block elements, the elements which are partially filled with the orbitals. Okay, so that's why they are going to execute the paramagnetic properties. Okay, so when we consider the D block elements, so here we are going to use the D block elements as a catalyst. Okay, so they are used as a catalyst. Okay, what do you mean by catalyst? So catalyst antandre, so they are used in the reaction to enhance the rate of reaction. So here they are not going to participate in the reaction, but they are going to enhance the rate of reaction. Okay, so reaction nalleno participation ಮಾಡೋಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವು, ಸೊ ಅದು ಏನು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ 1 hour ತೊಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರ, ಸೊ ಅದೇ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಟಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, 15 minutes ಅಥವಾ 13 minutesನಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಟಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ the substance which enhance the rate of reaction without participating in that reaction. So such a substance are called, or such a reagents are called as a catalyst. Okay, so here the D block elements, they are used as a catalyst. Okay, so several reaction olaga D block elements na catalyst agi use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ. So for example, when you consider the manganese, nickel, cobalt, chromium, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ವೆನಡಿಯಮ್, ಪ್ಲಾಟಿನಮ್, ಸೊ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಟಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಇವು ಕುರಿದು ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಟಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಡಿ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ zinc, cadmium and mercury. Okay, in case of zinc, cadmium and mercury, so electronic configuration is n-1 d10 ns2. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಪೆನಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಯಾವುದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಜಿಂಕು, ಕ್ಯಾಡ್ಮಿಯಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮರ್ಕ್ಯೂರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡಿ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಪೆನಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲಿ filling of d orbital. But when you consider zinc, cadmium and mercury, so here the d orbital, that means the penultimate shell, so that is completely filled with a electron. So that's why, so zinc, cadmium and mercury, they are not going to execute the properties of transition element due to the complete filling of a electrons. Okay, so next when we consider the another properties of a d block elements, so here they have the nature of formation of complex compound. So d block elements complex compound na form ಮಾಡ್ತಾವು. So next they have high melting point and boiling point. Okay, so these are the some properties of a d block elements. So next when we consider f block elements, I hope you understood about d block elements. Now we will move to f block elements. Next one is last one, that is f block elements. Okay, so these f block elements are called as a inner transition elements. Inner transition elements. So here the f block elements, they are called as a inner transition elements. ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ transition elements ಗಿಂತನೂ before ಬರ್ತವೆ ಇವು. So that's why they are called as a inner transition elements. Okay, so here when we consider the f block elements, so here the valency shell electron that is going to enter in the anti-penultimate shell. So anti-penultimate shell antandre, so last but second one. Okay, so last but first one ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾವುದು d block elements ನಲ್ಲಿ so electrons fill ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ವು penultimate shell ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ last but one shell ಗೆ. Okay, so next ಇಲ್ಲಿ f block ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, so electrons are going to fill in the last but second one. So second shell ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವು, so valency electrons fill ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ so that to fourth f orbital. So that's why they are called as a f block elements. Okay, so here when you consider general electronic configuration of f block elements, so that is n minus 2 f 1 to 14 n minus 1 d 0 to 1 then n s 2. So this is the general electronic configuration of a f block elements. Okay, so here this block is present at the bottom place of a periodic table. Okay, so periodic table ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ so in last ಏನು ಒಂದು box ಹಾಕಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, so that bottom place, so where the f block elements are present. Okay, so this f block elements are also called as a inner transition series. So this f block element, so last that block element consists two series of elements. Okay, so first series of elements are called as a 4f inner transition series. So next second series is called as a 5f inner transition series. Okay, so in case of first transition series, so here the valency electrons are going to fill in a 4f orbital. In case of second transition series, so second inner transition series, so here the valency electrons are going to fill in the 5f orbitals. So here when we consider the general electronic configuration of 4f inner transition series, so here that is 4f 1 to 14 5d 0 to 1 6s2. So this is the general electronic configuration of 4f transition series. So next, when we consider general electronic configuration of 5f transition series, so that is 5f 1 to 14, 6d 0 to 1, next 7s 2. So this is the general electronic configuration of a 5f inner transition series. Okay, so here when we consider the first transition series, inner transition series, that is 4f inner transition series. So here this 4f inner transition series, they are called as a lanthanoids. So it consists 14 elements. Okay, lanthanoids are 14 elements. So here this is starts from cerium with the atomic number 58 to lutetium with the atomic number 71. Okay, so these 17 elements which were present in a 4f inner transition series, so they are called as a lanthanoids. Okay, so why they are called as a lanthanoids? So here these 14 elements were come after lanthanum, okay, with atomic number 57. So this one is belongs to D block elements. Okay, so D block element lanthanum aadmele, so cerium inda enagtati, electrons are going to fill in a 4f orbital. So that's why this series of elements are called as a lanthanoids, because they are appear after the lanthanum. So that's why the 14 elements which were present after the lanthanum, they are called as a lanthanoids. So here they are also called as a rare earth metals or a rare earth elements. Okay, just write elements, rare earth elements. Okay, so here why they are called rare earth element? In earth crust their availability is very less, that's why they are called as a rare earth elements. Okay, so next when we consider 5f inner transition series, so these are called as a actinoids. So actinoids, so here why they are called actinoids? So here the element which were present in a actinoids or a 4f inner transition series, so that is starts from thorium. Okay, so thorium with atomic number 92, lawrencium with the atomic number 103 with the atomic number 103. So here the thorium to lawrencium, so here they are present after the element actinum. Okay, so here the atomic number of actinum is 89. So after actinum, so here the 14 elements starts from thorium to lawrencium. So here the electrons, valency electrons are going to fill in a 5f orbital. So that's why they are called as a 5f inner transition series or a actinoids. Okay, so why they are called actinoids? Here the elements which were come after actinum, but here the actinum is D block element. So the elements which were present after the actinum, so that 14 elements, they are called as a actinoids. So here the valence electrons are going to fill in the 5f inner transition series. Okay, so next when we consider the properties of the F block elements, so here they are metallic in nature. Okay, so they are going to execute the metallic property. So here the same way as like a D block element, so they also exhibit the variable oxidation state. They exhibit variable oxidation state. Now in short agi O comma kottu ST barade, that means oxidation state. Okay, so same way, so as like a D block elements, they also have the high melting point and boiling point. Okay, so here when we consider the actinoids, so here they are radioactive elements. Okay, so actinoids are radioactive elements. So here when we consider the actinoids, okay, so their availability is very less. Okay, so earth crust nalli adradu availability illa, but they are all synthesized one. Okay, so synthesized one iddu, so adru synthesize ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ so they are going to obtain in a nanograms or less than a nanograms by a nuclear reaction. So ನೀವು nuclear reaction ಬಗ್ಗೆ already so 8th 9th 10th ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ. So nuclear reaction ಇಂದ actinoids ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವು, so they are going to form, so they are all are radioactive elements. Okay, so our availability less irodrinda, so here we are not able to study in detail about the actinoids. Okay, so when we consider the elements which were present after uranium, so uranium, that is indicated by capital U with the atomic number 92. Okay, so the elements which were present after uranium, so they are called as a trans uranium, because so here these the elements after uranium, so they are formed by a uranium, so that's why uranium by a nuclear reaction, so that's why they are called as a transuranium. So idu nimge NEET CET oligella ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಯುರೇನಿಯಂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಯುರೇನಿಯಂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ the elements which were present after uranium, which have the atomic number greater than 92, so they are called as a ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಯುರೇನಿಯಂ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೆಂಡಲಿಯಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಐನ್ಸ್ಟಿಯಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಯುರೇನಿಯಂ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಿಂಥಸೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಯುರೇನಿಯಮ್, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಯುರೇನಿಯಂ elements. Okay, so here when we consider this is about a F block elements. Okay, so in today's session we discussed about the classification of elements into SPD and F block. So in this, so we discussed about S block elements. So first and second group elements are called S block elements, and 13th to 18th group elements, they are called as a P block elements. So 3 to 12th group elements, they are called as a D block element, and the two series of elements with the 14 elements at a bottom place, so they are called as a F block elements. So here one more point, so here the lanthanoid series, so the 14 elements which were present in the lanthanoids, they have the resemblance property. Okay, so now periodic table nodide enagtiti, so group nalli ironta elements eno iga lithium, sodium, potassium, they are going to have a same resemble property. But here when we consider the lanthanoids and actinoids, so here the 14 elements which were present in a same series, so they are going to execute the resemblance property. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀರಿಯಂ ತೆಳಗ ಥೋರಿಯಂ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಸೀರಿಯಂ ಥೋರಿಯಂ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸೀರಿಯಂ ಟು ಏನು ಲುಟೇಷಿಯಂ ಮಟ್ಟ ಏನು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ 14 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಥೋರಿಯಂ ಟು ಲಾರೆನ್ಷಿಯಂ, ಸೊ ಏನು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವಲ್ಲ 14 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸು, ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ today's session. We will meet in our next session. Thank you.